Hey folks, it's me, Pastor Greg, and you're tuning in to It's a Good Day with Pastor Greg. And I'm just sitting here on my deck enjoying kind of the end of our summer, which is sad to say is coming quickly. But we had a beautiful day today, and my family and I went to Red Willow Falls for the very first time. And that was quite an exciting little trip for us. Lots of fun. We had lots of fun time playing in the river and enjoying the sunshine, and it was quite nice, quite nice. In the last little while, I've been thinking about where our world is these days, and we find ourselves in just a strange place. It's just weird, isn't it? And who's to know whether this is, whether it's going to end soon or if it's going to go on for a while or what. The truth of all of this is that the Lord has revealed to us through the book of Revelation that that the end is coming at some point, whether that's tomorrow or 1,000 years from now, we don't know. The end is coming, and things are going to look pretty rough. And so I guess our job is not really to cower or be fearful or to hide away or anything like that. Now, we have a role to play in these difficult and desperate times. And if you've been following along lately with us, we've been reading through the book of Hebrews, and now we're in Hebrews chapter 13. We're at the end of the book of Hebrews. And let me just read this, the way that the beginning of this chapter, or the way it starts, because I think there's something in this that is of particular importance to those of us who follow Jesus Christ. So here's what it says. Hebrews chapter 13. Keep on loving each other as brothers. Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by so doing, some people have entertained angels without knowing it. Remember those in prison as if you were their fellow prisoners, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. And then it goes on to say this, marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral. And keep your lives free from the love of money, and be content with what you have. Because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Okay. So this passage of scripture helps me to put some things into place as I think about the times that we're in. In other places, scripture says, weep with those who weep, or mourn with those who mourn, rejoice with those who rejoice. But also Jesus talks about separating the sheep from the goats, and the sheep are those who when they saw someone who didn't have any clothes, they gave him clothes. When they saw someone in prison, they visited in prison. Someone who was thirsty, they gave him water. And by doing so, they were serving and loving Jesus. So there's a great emphasis on how we serve others. In fact, this is not a new thing. If you look all the way back, even prior to this as well, but look back to the 10 Commandments. And I talked about this on Sunday. If you listened into our service on Sunday morning here at Beaver Lodge Alliance Church, you would have heard this as well. There are the first 3 of the 10 Commandments deal with God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any idols. Thou shalt not use the Lord's name in vain. That's the first 3 of the 10 Commandments. And the 4th one is honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. And I said that I think that 4th one is a lot for us, because we need to take a break every once in a while. And God knew that if it wasn't kind of mandated to us, we'd just work ourselves to death. So God said, take a break. You honor God by taking a break. But this 4th commandment also flips over, because it's not just you taking a break, but also anyone who's in your household, strangers, visitors, servants, employees, anyone in your household, you're supposed to honor the Sabbath by giving them a break also. And then so it's kind of a bridge commandment. So the next 6 commandments are all about how we treat others. Don't commit adultery, honor your father and your mother, just a whole bunch of stuff. Don't steal, don't lie, don't covet, don't all this stuff. It's all about how do you treat other people. So 6.5, if you count, half of the Sabbath commandment, 6.5 of the commandments are about how you treat other people. That's a big deal. How you treat other people is a big deal to God, even strangers. So in this passage in Hebrews, it says, make sure, let me just read it to you again here, just quickly. Do not forget to entertain strangers. Because, and it says, because by doing so, some people have entertained angels without knowing it. But I wonder the idea of don't forget even the people that you don't know. And then all of the talk throughout all of the Bible about walking with people that are being hurt, mourning with people who mourn, or as Hebrews put it, remember those in prison as if you were their fellow prisoner, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. In this world, there's a lot of people suffering right now. A lot. I mean, the whole Black Lives Matter thing, the movement is there, and it's not just Black lives, it's Indigenous lives, it's I know people of color, right? It's a lot of people that are hurting right now, and they want to know: are we gonna mourn with those who mourn? Are we going to be with those who are mistreated as if we ourselves were suffering? And not only that, we have bombs and explosions and hurricanes and famines and all kinds of things going on around the entire world. We have children being mistreated all over the place. We have all kinds of things happening right now. People are in our own neighbors. Some of our neighbors are in fear and torment over what this COVID stuff is going to do. We live in a world full of people who are suffering. How do we respond to that suffering? How do we come close to those who are hurting? Because God's actually super, super interested in how we treat other people. So let me just leave you with this, because I know this is a bit of a longer video here already. Let me just leave you with this. Would you just take some time to ask Jesus, are there people in my circle, people that I can sit with, people that I can encourage, people that I can comfort, people, are there people in prison, Lord, that you want me to come close to them and love them as if I were in prison with them? Are there people being mistreated, Lord, that you want me to come near and as if I am suffering as well? And I bet God's going to lay someone on your heart, maybe a couple people, that you can somehow walk beside in their time of difficulty. So I bless you this week to just really lean into Jesus and to walk in his strength and in his power, to maybe see if we can be Jesus to some people this week. So blessings on you guys. Hey, just a little thing here. I'm not sure how many people watch this. We see how many people share this, or how many people kind of have watched a bit of it on there. If you get to this point in the video and you watched the whole thing so far and you've gotten here, why don't you just send me a message, right? You can click on the bottom of this video and type something and I'll see it. You can find me on Facebook, or you can find our church or whatever, but send me a message. Let me know maybe how God is speaking to you in this time. So blessings on you. Hope you have a fantastic week. It's a good day, it's a good week, and it's a great time to walk side by side with those who are suffering. Blessings on you.